Welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if it's your very first time here. My name is Troy, and today I'm going to be sharing the 60-second update to the Anyone Can Invest portfolio. If you don't know what the ACI portfolio is, it was an idea I had to start a brand new dividend portfolio and track the progress right here on the channel going back to day one. Every other week, $60 goes right here into this portfolio, and I share with you guys all the progressions and regressions since then. So with that being said, let's go ahead and see where we left off last episode. All right, and last episode, here's the portfolio. We had a goal of $310 for every single stock in the portfolio. You guys can see the cost basis total. We're sitting at $309. There's one stock sitting there at $308.95. I could have added a little bit of money to that one, but I did not see that that one was underweighted, so shame on me. Down here at the very, very bottom, you can see that the current portfolio value as of last episode was sitting at $4,125.80, and the portfolio was in the green by $395.89 and was up 10.65%. So now we again had that $5 into each and every stock for $60 total. That was deployed on May 15th. And here is the imbalance chart. Again, we now have a goal for each and every holding of $315. You guys can see the current amount of money that we invested in each of these stocks in that, I guess, technically the third column. And the amount to goal is how far we are off of that $315 total. Only one stock is in red right now, which is Dillard's. I have $1.23 to get to $315. Again, if I was home this week or on Friday when these invested, I would have saw that that was underweighted and I would have added it, but I wasn't. So it's a little bit out of balance for that, but that's not too bad. So here is I call this the episode over episode momentum chart. So you guys can see the tickers far left. You guys can see episode 61, which was 2 weeks ago. Episode 62 is this episode that you're watching right now. And then the percent change since last episode, this is how much that stock went up or down just over the past 2 weeks. These numbers are always wild to me. For example, ALG, Alamo Group, was down 12.45% over just the past 2 weeks, which is kind of nuts. And then I see HUM went from being negative 14.14% to positive 11.93% in just 2 weeks. So they went up 26.07% in 2 weeks, which is kind of nuts. Other outliers here, we have CSL down over 7%, DDS down over 6%, and then it looks like PHM was down 7.5%. So all the other ones are kind of normal, up and down a little bit here and there. That's to be expected. But we did have some big outliers, which is cool to see, I guess. I mean, some of them I lost money and gained money, and some of them I gained money, I should say. So whatever. But okay, so this next chart, again, I'm going to try to hit play on my end to get it to play as I'm talking about it. But this is the lifetime momentum chart. This is basically what I just showed you was the episode over episode momentum chart. This is exactly that chart, except it's actually put in motion. So you guys can see with each passing episode where the stocks were in terms of how much they were up or how much they were down, where they ranked amongst the other stocks in the portfolio. And this goes all the way to episode 62, which we're in now. As I said 1,000 times, AVGO has pretty much been at the top the whole time. And then you've had HUM that's been really far down, and now HUM's actually doing well. So, yeah, so there's that chart right there. And then next thing we talk about is the best and worst performers all time. So in this, on the screenshot, I should say, our best performers, actually, I did not update this. So actually, okay, no, it's good. Okay, so AVGO, still best performer. It looks like we're up $336.64, which is 107.1%. And our worst performer actually remains Intuit. I thought it was HUM until not, but Intuit still takes the cake for the cake that you don't want to take. So Intuit down $109.74 or 34.9%. I'm actually really excited about that because I do think Intuit is a great company. So I keep lowering my cost basis on this one every time I buy. So, that's things we like to see. So that's cool. So we have the account total down here at the very bottom. We're sitting at $4,169.71. The portfolio is in the green, $376.40 or 9.97%. Here's a portfolio performance video, I guess. So this shows the total portfolio instead of stock by stock breakdown. This is the total portfolio and how it's changed over each of the episodes. Again, I wanted to put it in motion. It's better to look at than a stagnant chart, in my opinion. So you guys can see as we ebb and flow through each and every episode, the ebbs and flows go through each and every episode. So we've had very, very good moments in the portfolio where we're up and we look like we're, the smartest people on earth. We've had several moments where we've actually been negative for a decent amount of time. So here you guys can see that we are up again in the portfolio, which is nice to see. So next thing we're going to look at is the passive income received since last episode. So I blur these out just so there's no spoiler alerts. So we've received 3 dividend payments since last episode. The first one was from Dillard's on May 4th. We received 19 cents from Dillard's. So looking at their chart down here at the very bottom, you can see that 19 cents from Dillard's, which is only a little bit more than the last payment. Dillard's is a very low yielder for me. In total, Dillard's now paid out $25.83 or 35.23% of the total dividends paid in this portfolio. And that's largely because of their 2 special dividends, which are pretty easy to find in that chart. We have January 6th of 2025, $7.58. And then January 5th of 2026 was $17.31. So we definitely appreciate both those. We'll talk about those here more in a second. On May 8th, we received dividends from MasterCard, and looking at their chart, you can see that 51 cents from MasterCard on the 8th, like I just said, which is higher than the 44 cents they paid us last time. In total, MasterCard's now up to $2.34 or 3.19% of the total dividends paid in this portfolio. Lastly, but not leastly, my highest yielder in the portfolio, not even close, is AbbVie. That was on May 15th, where they sent me $2.70, which is higher than the $2.46 the last time they paid me. AbbVie's now up to $13.53 in total dividends paid in this portfolio, which is 18.46% of the total money received in this account. That's going to round us up into this chart right here that shows all of the dividends, I say that weird, dividends received in this portfolio just for the month of May. So you guys can see a couple things that are very important to outline here. For May, we're already up to $3.40, which is 69.2% higher than May of last year. We like to see that. And then down here at the very bottom, we're up to $33.60 for the year so far. May's obviously not done yet, and then we have the rest of the year. That's higher than we were at last year. So we're at $2.80 per $2.80 per month, which is 9 cents per day, and it's already at the very bottom, 3.5% higher than what we received in all of 2025. So things we love to see, all those things. Those are things that we love to see. So next thing is the bonus investment. So because I'm a little bit out of balance, like I showed you guys earlier, the bonus investment makes a lot of progress with that because I have extra money that should be invested into the stocks that can't be or wasn't in that one case for, I think it was Dillard's. Anyway, you guys can see bonus investment estimator. We had the current patty of $41.22, which is $1.59 bi-weekly. Current cash sits at $18.84. The very first bonus investment was completed on January 9th of 2026, and now our projected bonus investment date sits at May 17th of 2027, which is 943 days past the first bonus investment. This chart shows how big of a deal that is. The first bonus investment took us 724 days to complete. This second one is on pace for 493 days, and it'll actually happen quicker than that because we're going to keep picking up speed as we get closer to it. So I did want to put this little chart on here. It looks bad because the trend line's going up, but that's because episode 52 is the episode that we did the bonus investment on. So the trend line, like I said, is going up. Next episode, when I get to episode 63, and we're only comparing 53 to 63, you'll see the trend line heading down, which is good in this case. The trend line going down as in the bonus investments getting closer and closer. So I just wanted to add that in here. I was going to cherry pick the data and not show the last 10, which wouldn't have included 52, which would have showed the trend line heading in the right direction in this case. But I wanted to be, honest and say, hey, here it is, and kind of explain it. So lastly, but not leastly, here's what's coming for the rest of the month. Let me go ahead and open it up on my side so I can actually click on these little things and show you what they're talking about. So you guys can see on the 16th, which is the day I'm recording this. That's the day I took that screenshot. That's the day. It looks like on the 18th of May, we have our ex-dividend date from CSL. And it looks like on the 28th, we have our ex-dividend date from KNSL. And it does not look like between now and the end of May, we're going to be getting any other dividends. I will say that we are expecting the interest payment from SPAXX at the very end of the month. That I'm not expecting anything crazy from that, probably somewhere between like 10 and 15 cents. But that'll help us close out the month of May and just, again, push that bar a little bit higher. We're already like, what was it, 69.2% higher than last May. So we'll probably be in like the low 70s somewhere, just because of that interest payment, which is nice to see. So we do have that CSL dividend. You can see that in there on June 1st, and then 2X dividend dates on June 4th. But I'm not going to talk about those because it's not time to be talked about yet. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy this kind of content. Like I said, I stopped doing scripts for these videos, so there's a little bit more mess ups, but I tried to make it more authentic and a lot easier for me to edit. I just really cut at the end, cut the beginning, and then throw the screenshots on there so you guys can see them. So if you guys like it, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. Make sure you guys are subscribed for more content like this and other stuff that will be coming. I promise. I know I'm messing around, but I do have a big announcement I made official early this week. But yeah, anyway, but until next time, see ya.